Al Trowie back on the Chase Bridge. We all know that 2014 was not a great year to remember for the New York Knicks, but there was one night that may be remembered forever. It was the night that Carmelo Anthony scored 62 points to set the Knicks team record for scoring in a single game. As he explained to Tina Cervasio, he had a special inspiration that night and another inspiration up in the Bronx.
Anthony right to start. He's got the sweet jumper going tonight.
Anthony's going to try and get one more shot off from half court at the buzzer. Oh, he puts it in from half court. Anthony leads in. That shot is good. Carmelo Anthony with the greatest scoring game in Knicks history. He's got 62.
They played a video in the locker room for us. It was a Muhammad Ali speech. And it was just from that point on, I think everybody just picked their whole intensity level. Well, for me, my energy level went up, my focus level went times 10.
Before I even got to the gym, I was already like in that Ali mindset already. Didn't know how it was going to carry over into the basketball game, but I was already there. It was ironic that I get in there and we play, Muhammad Ali clipping, maybe 7-8 minutes. And the title of it was, I'm going to show you how great I am. Once they played it, like, my teammates was looking at me because they know I'm a big Muhammad Ali fan. They was looking at me, and you know how you could feel somebody, like you could just feel the energy like all on you. And I looked up, like I had my head down, I looked up. Usually I was, laughing, joking in the locker room, but I didn't smile. I was just so, like, zoned in, so locked in. And going back to the stars being aligned, like everything was aligned that night for me to do what I did.
I'm gonna show you how great I am.
I just like what Muhammad Ali stood for. Whether it was right or whether it was wrong, he stood for it. Some people liked it, some people hated it, but he fought for what he believed in. And at that point in time, it was hard for athletes to have a voice. He had a voice, and he let his voice be heard. And I always say nowadays is like, athletes today are scared to make Muhammad Ali statements. And I really believe that. I truly believe that. And, I will always be Muhammad Ali. I got 2 tattoos of Muhammad Ali's face on his quotes. Like you go in my office, it's nothing but Muhammad Ali. And I just love what he stood for. And it would never be anybody better to look up to than Muhammad Ali. Everybody has their own way of being impactful, but I try to look at athletes or leaders that I can relate to and how I deal with my day-to-day life. And, in any situation that they've been, I always try to put myself in those positions, in those situations, say, okay, what would I do here? Or what would this person do in my situation? So yeah, it's a lot of people, that I look up to from afar. For him to be able to do what he's done here in New York for the past 20 years, and the way he's handled himself here, with the media, just with the fans, winning championships here, everything that comes along with being Derek Jeter. For me to sit down and hear how he dealt with that for 20 years on a day-to-day basis, I wanted to pick his brain and see, what was the key to that.
And then you were at his final game at Yankee Stadium against your Orioles. I know you're an Orioles fan.
I know, man. I know.
What'd you think of how he finished that off?
It couldn't have been written any better than that. That was like a storybook ending, man. And for me to be there and be a part of that moment, like I had chills. It's end of the game and Jeter's up at bat and have a chance to win the game, his last game in Yankee Stadium, and the way he went out. It was just, I had chills in my body, and kind of put myself in those shoes and say, this is the moment that I want here in New York. I don't want to do it like he did it, because nobody will ever be able to do that again, but in my own way and fashion, this is how I want to do it.
Well, people will be chasing that Garden scoring record for a long time. And come to think of it, people will be chasing the legend of Muhammad Ali and that of Derek Jeter for a long time as well. We'll take a break here on Visa Knicks Game Night. When we come back, Bill Pito is joined by Larry Johnson. They've got their Cadillac Key Performer.